Yo, Arkansas Pilgrim here again. Back home after 2 weeks where I haven't been tending the garden. Someone was helping. But I got some good news and bad news. Good news is everything seems to be thriving. We've got plenty of greenery, not wilted plants. I've got, you can see the indeterminate ones along the back here have obviously grown a lot, because you can see how, my vertical string, last place I whipped it around is here, and we've got a lot growing, so that's good. Squash are healthy, and actually stuff up on the front planter beds is good too, which I'll show you that in a minute. And well, hey, while we're still just talking about good, this Coca-Zell squash plant has finally produced a couple of Coca-Zells, I guess, some squashes. Squashes gets the proper plural term for these. Yeah, still didn't get much on the yellow scallop. They just seem to be making little ones that don't go anywhere. And of course, these ones, maybe they'll actually open it up and I'll be able to pollinate them. Didn't seem to get much zucchini. We got one big zucchini. Where is that? Is it in here? No, this is still yellow. Oh wow, there's actually one growing down there. Maybe that's going to end up getting big enough. There's the zucchini. Yeah, there's the zucchini. But even then, it's kind of funky. Usually you get this giant zucchini and it ends up as big as a horse's leg. And here we got this big fat one, but it's still short. But it's probably edible, at least maybe fry it up or something. They get a little tough or seedy when they get bigger. My spaghetti squash, this one spaghetti squash, it hasn't grown in weeks. I might even say months. And I do have a second one that I was finally able to pollinate. And maybe these is a different kind of spaghetti squash than the ones I'm used to seeing. I'm used to seeing ones that are oblong. These ones just seem to be round. Well, I'll have a second part of good news when I go out to the front planter beds. Now let's go ahead and kind of shift gears over to the bad news. And it's my fault. I suppose I could get mad, but it was really my fault. I talked to my daughter about taking care of the garden while I was gone, and I said, you don't have to come out and harvest anything except tomatoes. Just pick the tomatoes when they're ripe, stick them in a bag, throw them in the freezer, and I'll deal with it when I get back. Well, I said that to her when I first started talking about her taking care of the garden, and when I left, I gave her instructions on how to water, because there's different watering plans for some of these plants, especially for the peppers out front. I'll talk about that when I get out there. But since I didn't write it down, I'm focused on the garden. So obviously, that's forefront in my mind. Oh, I took care of that. Well, she's not focused on this. This is something that she's just doing for me. And I didn't write that down about harvesting the tomatoes, so she didn't. So I've got, this one was a blossom end-rotted one anyway. And where's others? Here we see there's a lot of, actually these had blossom end rot too. Well, who knows? Maybe they all would have blossom end rotted, but I see quite a few here that have just kind of they're not in very good shape. They've been on there too long and they withered. And but who knows? Maybe now that I'm actually looking at them close, I had done like a quick survey of them when I got back yesterday. That maybe I've only lost the ones I would have really lost. But anyway, I'm kind of sad about that, because I was really looking forward to a great tomato harvest. And maybe I'm just going to have to bide my time and be patient as far as the back to Eden garden kicking in, and getting properly treating blossom end rot. And all that. So, and also, there does not seem to be this downshift back into good news, there does not seem to be any damage from tomato hornworms. So the BT spray is doing well. I think, though, that I may actually have a little bit, yeah, it looks like there's some squash vine borer issues here. I'm going to have to dig into it with a knife and pull them out and spray again. The plant's still doing okay, though. Looks like I got it in time. And I'm not going to do a special video on that, but if you do get squash vine borers, you can dig them out and pull them out and get rid of them. You'll kill them. That is if they haven't killed the plant yet. So I suppose I could do that right now on camera, even though I'm having to do it one-handed. The wonderful power of editing. Let's see, yeah, this is definitely squash vine borer stuff. So let's, oh wow, it's hollow. Cut into there. Whoa. Oop. Yep, that right there. I'm pretty sure that is a squash vine borer that I just kind of cut up or smashed. It might be it could just be the interior of the darn squash that's all messed up. But actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and, well, I'm kind of hacking this thing up myself, but I can't really be doing, well, I suppose I could just hack it. Yeah, I think that's actually, I think I've smashed them all up. What I'm going to do now, though, is I'm going to go ahead and give these a really good spray with some BT, and that should take care of them. Apparently, one of the things you can do is inject the BT into the vine rather than just spraying it on. Well, that just seems like a pain, But you just got to do what you got to do, you know, in gardening, you know. So, well, hey, let's go on and check out the front planter beds. So here we are at the front planter beds, and my jalapenos are doing great. Looks like I've actually got some jalapenos on there. They're not big. At least I don't see any that are big. But hey, maybe that's a good sign. Oh, there's some that are a little bigger. Maybe that's a good sign. If I was over-watering before and got these big jalapenos that weren't hot, maybe these ones are small and hot. Well, we'll give them a little time and we'll see. And here we have the basil. It was starting to take off when I left. I mean, every day it was getting bigger. I had a bunch of trouble starting, and now these basil plants are great. We're going to end up, yeah, these are going to end up being huge, and we'll end up with a whole bunch of basil, a whole bunch of dried basil anyway. We got the sweet potatoes. They're crawling all over the place, so I'm assuming they're doing well down below too. Guess I'm going to have to look up on how to check that, of digging in to look and see if it's a problem, or digging down to see if they're doing well, if that causes problems. So at least for now, I'm just going to say that it looks like it's doing okay. And here are my cayenne peppers. Oh, hey, there's one more sweet potato plant. Here are my cayenne peppers. They are, oh wow, great. There's there's a wasp flying around. Hey, see, there it is. Yeah, well, he's leaving me alone. They look to be doing great too. And actually, let me see. Well, they're doing great growing. Oh, hey. There's a pepper. Hey, there's another pepper. Let's see. Watch, I'm going to end up stinging myself by grabbing him. Yeah, there are other peppers here. Yep, there's one. So good. Well, hey, that's just a good survey of these. I Kind of did this near the end of the day. Took it easy when I got home because I was just tired, slept late. So I'm coming out at the end of the day to check out the garden, and it looks like it's doing well. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing, well, actually digging into it, and so to speak, and doing some more. These need to be staked up. I'll find out about how the potatoes are growing underground. And who knows, I might even actually start planting my fall garden, because it's about time to start doing that rather than wait until fall, which you're not supposed to do. So anyway, hey, thank y'all for following along. God bless y'all. See you next time.